Dun 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 dun. Hello lovelies, my name is Mamta and welcome to my channel GeekGlitz, in which I talk about all things geek and all things glitz. I make all sorts of geeky fandom videos, but mainly Harry Potter. But feel free to browse through my channel to check out my other videos and subscribe for more magical unboxings, hauls, and all sorts of geeky and glitzy fun. So I am a massive Game of Thrones fan. I love the show so much, but I still haven't read the books. I was supposed to last year, and I even did a review on my leather-bound book set and all, but I didn't manage to do it. I know, I'm terrible. But I think now that the last season of the show will be out in 2 days, after it's over, I will probably get around to reading it in order to fill my Game of Thrones void. So because I love the show so much, I've actually collected some GOT merch over the last few years, and I thought it would be fun to show you guys my collection since I'm kind of on a Game of Thrones final season high right now. So I'm just gonna go through each of my items, tell you a bit about it, and if I can find links to them still, I'll have them in my description below. Okay, so let's do this. First up, I've got the leather-bound Game of Thrones book set with the 5 books that are out. Like I mentioned, I did a full review on these on my channel last year, so you can check out that video if you wanted to get more of my thoughts on them and a closer look at this brilliant book set. Then, I've got this House Stark jersey shirt that I'm wearing, which is from Box Lunch, so I think there's no question which house I'm rooting for, and I just love this shirt. It's got a Stark direwolf on the front, and then the back says Winterfell. So I definitely plan on wearing this to my Game of Thrones viewing parties with my friends. I also got a whole bunch of other GOT stuff from Box Lunch recently, so I'm gonna go through those now. I got these GOT Lounge Pants, which are so cool. They're in black, and they're covered with icons of the different house mascots. These are in a XXL size, so I'm pretty sure they'll fit. And again, these will be so great to wear while I watch the show. Next, I have this I drink and I know things card holder, which is what Tyrion said, and who doesn't love Tyrion? It's an iconic quote, so when I saw this, I thought it would be a fun item to carry around. It's also in the House Lannister colors of red and gold, and there's plenty of space to put in the cards. The back has the Game of Thrones logo as well, so that's really cool. Then I have this Game of Thrones logo keychain by the Noble Collection, which I bought from the Box Lunch site. I just thought it had a very epic feel to it, and it's got all sorts of intricate details, so I couldn't pass it up. It's a great memento of the show, and I thought it would be so nice to like add a clip onto it and then to hang it off a bag or something. I also got this Stark direwolf necklace, which I think is so awesome. I've been really looking forward to wearing this, so I'm just gonna get it out of the packaging right now. It says it's got a Stark pendant. This is also by the Noble Collection, so I'm getting it open. So it's quite a simple design. It's basically just the direwolf pendant. The back says winter is coming and Stark, and then it's on a black cord, and I just love this. It's quite a long cord, as you can see, and I just think it looks really great. And then the last Box Lunch item is this House Stark pouch, which is by Danielle Nicole. They actually did a whole collection of Game of Thrones items, like bags and pouches and all, and I just went with this pouch, which I really loved. It's in a gray color, and it's got a white direwolf on the front with a red stone eye, like a Swarovski stone type of eye. And then the back says winter is coming and Danielle Nicole. And when you open up the zipper, the inside is really quite spacious. It's got a black recurring print of the Danielle Nicole logo, and then it's got a little tag that says Game of Thrones and Danielle Nicole. So it's super cool. I think this is perfect to travel with or use for makeup or electronic chargers and wires. I've been using it to store some of my smaller Game of Thrones collectibles so far because I just like keeping them all in one place. So years ago, I picked up this Stark keychain which says winter is coming, and it's got a direwolf on it that kind of just pops out. I thought it was quite cool, and I think it was possibly the second Game of Thrones item that I got in my collection. I also got this set of playing cards, which I picked up from Etsy years ago too. And what I really liked about this set is, first of all, the colors. It's got a really vintage look, and then each of the suits lines up with a house. So we've got House Stark, Lannister, Targaryen, and Baratheon. And then the best part is that the Joker cards and the Jack, Queen, and King for each suit show some of the characters. So we've got characters like Jon Snow, Daenerys, Cersei, Tyrion, Jaime, Stannis, Melisandre, and many more. So I thought it was a really cool set. When I purchased this years ago, I also picked up some additional sets to give away to some of my friends as presents because I just thought it was really amazing. Next, I've got a couple of notebooks. So first is this limited edition moleskin one that comes in a white box, and then it's got some red on it. So there's a picture of the throne on the front, and it says Game of Thrones on the bottom. And the inside, of course, has a notebook in white, which has lined pages. It's the same color scheme as the front of the box. And I haven't used this one yet, but I do think it makes a great collector's piece. And I do love moleskin notebooks, so I really like this. Then last year, I was at a supplier fair in Hong Kong and I came across the Pyramid International booth. And they actually make a lot of fandom merch for different fandoms. So I bought this notebook from them, which has a brown leather cover. And it's a Game of Thrones premium lined notebook. So it is really cool. It says Game of Thrones on the front. It's like embossed, and then it's got the different noble house animals. The back has the house mottos. And what I really like about this book too is that it's got a strap that kind of holds it together. It's like a button down one. So it does really give it a premium feel. And then the inside line pages are really great too. The bottom says Game of Thrones and it's got like a line of the house icons. I also picked up this 3D lenticular frame from them that has the mascots of the 7 noble houses along with their mottos. So far, I just display this on a multi-fandom shelf that I have, but eventually I would like to put it up somewhere. So recently, I also bought a Game of Thrones inspired box that was sold by Book Gizmo on Etsy, and they make book sleeves, so the box would have a book sleeve along with some other handmade GOT items. So here are the items that were in there. This really cool book sleeve in a red fabric with the house mascots and the GOT logo recurring throughout. And this will be really great to carry around my GOT books in when I do start reading them. The box set also included this really great Cersei bookmark that says, "A good king knows when to save his strength and when to destroy his enemies." This Jon Snow sticker that says, "I know nothing." A Daenerys sticker with her 3 dragons. A wolf pin. A tiny sword letter opener that says Game of Thrones on it. A Mother of Dragons bar of soap, and then a wine glass that says I drink and I know things. So it was a really nicely thought out box, and I really like the book sleeve and the wine glass in particular. So I've also got a couple of Funkos. One is this Rock Candy Daenerys figure. I really like the Rock Candy line, so I thought this was great. And then I also have these 2 tiny Funko keychains. One is of Daenerys and the other is Jon Snow, because it just made sense to have these 2. I've also got a couple of Blu-rays of the show itself, but I am missing some in my collection which I will eventually add. Now, my second to last item was a recent purchase. I got it from a website called Geek Store, and it's an officially licensed Game of Thrones Tankard. The box itself is really elaborately designed, and then the tankard is just beautiful. It's very detailed and elaborate. It's made of resin and then hand painted, and then to wash it, the stainless steel part inside is removable. Around the tankard, there are details for 5 of the noble houses. So we've got House Stark, Lannister, Targaryen, Greyjoy, and Baratheon. It's got their mottos and house mascots lined around it, and it's just a very beautiful piece. It really feels like a piece of art. Okay, and finally, my collection wouldn't be complete without a throne. So I have the Noble Collection Iron Throne Buchan, which again, I purchased years ago. It's such a wonderful collector's item, and I love that the base kind of has shield of the different noble houses, and it says Game of Thrones on the front. The throne itself is really cool too, but the top is actually really delicate, and I unfortunately have managed to break a bit of the top off, so that actually makes me really sad. I don't actually use it as a bookend, I just kind of keep it on my shelf to display. I kind of like to put my tiny Funkos of Jon Snow and Daenerys on it sometimes, and I kind of just make them take turns sitting on the Iron Throne. This is the newest addition to my Game of Thrones collection, which I got after I filmed the rest of my video, so I'm just kind of inserting this in between and doing like an overhead shot, bird's eye view, so that you guys can get a close look at this. So I got the Adidas Game of Thrones Ultra Boost running shoes. So here they are in their full Stark glory. I got these in a size 9 US, and I believe they are unisex, though they were in the like male section in my Adidas store in Hong Kong, but I still thought these were awesome. So here it is. It's in a nice gray and black, and it's got the 3 stripes, iconic for Adidas, and you know, it's like black in the front over there. And what makes these like Game of Thrones, like what are the Game of Thrones elements here? So it says winter is coming here. There's like a tag that says that. And then on the inside here, you could see the Stark Wolf. And then further on in the inside, it says Game of Thrones, though it's a little hard to see. So let me get it out. The inside of the shoe says Game of Thrones, and it's got like all the different house mascots on it and symbols from Game of Thrones. And then the ends of the laces say Stark House. So I think these are really awesome, and they did have other options available as well in the Game of Thrones Adidas collection. So they had like 5 other options, so total there were 6 in this collection. So we've got like White Walkers, Night's Watch, House Lannister, House Targaryen dragons, and then of course the House Stark. So all fantastic. So that is my entire collection, and I'm quite fond of it all. I'll try to find some links of these items, and I'll put them below in my description for your reference. And if you're a fan of the show and or books, please do let me know below and tell me which of these items were your favorites, and also if you are as excited as I am about the last season. 2 days more, guys. 2 days. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and please subscribe to my channel GeekGlitz, as I make videos every Friday. I've got a birthday haul video coming soon and a lot more fun videos. So make sure you click on that notification bell to be notified when my videos are up. And check out my social media details in the description. I've got Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So come say hello, as I love to hear from you guys. Thank you for watching, lovelies. See you in the next video. Bye!